What's up, Cowboy Nation and Cowboy Headquarters, and welcome to the Cowboy Huddle. What's going on, Cowboy Nation and Cowboy Headquarters? It's your boy G, the number one Cowboy fan in Hampton. And we sit here on this Saturday afternoon, February 13th, day before Valentine's Day. And I'm going to tell you something right now, down here in Texas, it's cold. It's cold. Let me say, all my the people that live up north that may be subscribers to this channel, forgive us Texans. We're not used to this Arctic blast. And some of us think the world is about to end. You hear me? We ain't got no snow, it's just cold. And people done taking all the groceries off off the shelf. There ain't no water, there ain't bread. I mean, there's not even snow. People are hunkering down and getting ready, which now there is snow in the forecast for tonight and tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you something. We are not used to this type of weather, Arctic blast. Okay, let me say that because we're down here in the south and we have a humidity that comes in from the Gulf that usually keeps the cold air up further north. But for whatever reason, man, it done hit hard. I'm gonna tell you something. That dog of mine, Moses, is working me out. So I keep him in the garage with a heater and all that stuff. Then I have to let him out and put him in the backyard and bring him back in after so many hours and whatever. So yeah. Anyway, man, I want to say before we get started, I always fail to say this. Let me say this right now before we go any further. Please take the time and hit the like button, just like beep one time, beep. Then also, if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button so you can become a subscriber of this channel so you can, hear some of the latest information and updates that we have going. But in order to hear those latest updates, you have to press the notification button. If you take the time, please take the time to press the notification button so you will be notified when the next video is uploaded. But anyway, I want to say that, and also thank everybody for being a part of this channel. So I'm not gonna keep going over that, but because y'all know how I feel about everybody being a part of this channel. But want to get right into this, man. And you guys heard the latest. Y'all heard the latest rumors. So the chances are, what about Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson wants out of Seattle, and basically he wants to go to another team. And now everybody's saying, well, we need to take Russell Wilson and bring him over to Dallas Cowboys. Well, hold on now. Let's talk about that. True that. That sounds good. But let's also talk about why he wants out of Dallas. I mean, out of Seattle. Okay. So the reason being, it's been told that the reason he wants out of Seattle is because he said, quote, if these guys can't block if these guys can't block for me, I want out. So for whatever reason, they're having problems on their front line. Okay. So because he's taking so many sacks, he's like, hey, you know what? I don't want to be a part of this anymore. If you guys can't keep me up on my feet, I want out. But also, by him wanting to exit Seattle, he also wants to be a part of personnel. He wants to have some say so in the personnel who comes aboard and who don't come aboard. So now let's put that in perspective with Dallas. Where y'all want to start? So how much sense does it make for Russell Wilson to come to Dallas? Okay, so basically you leave a team that basically also has a good chance of making the Super Bowl. You leave that team and you want to come to Dallas. So let's not forget, we have problems on our front line as well. Okay, we have problems at the tackle position with Tyron Smith and La'el Collington. I reported once before that I hear you in there, Nana. We out, as far as La'el Collins, as far as his hip injury. And I'm a little still leery about that. So that's one. Let's put that in perspective. Do he want to leave Seattle to come to Dallas and take his chances? And we just throw Dak right out the one and say, okay, to Dak, go on about your business. It's like taking a 2000, I like to make these analogies and things like that, but it's like taking a 2008, let's say Camaro SS, and it's a good car. It drives great. But then you got this 2016 model that's a Camaro SS. It still has low mileage on it. So I say, do you take the 2016, toss it aside, and stay with the 2008? I'm gonna let you guys make that choice because y'all know how I feel and y'all know what I'm gonna say. But so let me just say this: if you feel like it, if y'all want to participate in this, in the comments below, put down who you rather have. Put Dak or Russell. Who you would rather have? Or just leave a comment. Which one you, and y'all tell me why. What if it sounds better that we bring Russell Wilson to the Dallas Cowboys? So yeah, that's where we are. But also, what did he say? Let me say number two. Don't let me forget this. Number two, he said he wants to be involved in the personnel. Y'all already know, if y'all Cowboy fan, that is not gonna happen here. That's not gonna happen. So before you guys get excited, those two things that he wants, he might not get here in Dallas. Definitely not the being involved in the personnel. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. So, so I don't think we'll see Russell Wilson coming to Dallas. I just don't see that happening. So we'll see, but I just don't think that's going to take place. This thing is light and bright. But anyway, let me take something to light off on me. Woo. So anyway, with that being said, we'll have to wait and see it. Once again, it's just a rumor, but we do know that Russell Wilson wants out of Seattle. And what's the chance of him coming to Dallas? I'm sure it's a chance, but does it make sense? Y'all tell me. Also, another man that has wanted out and basically been granted his wishes, J.J. Watts. J.J. Watt said, I want the hell up out of the Texans. I'm out of here. There's something going on at the Texans. There's something going on, and they ain't telling the whole story, but the dude was fed up. He said he won't out, so they broke ties. They basically said it would be best for us to break, go our separate ways. So, another rumor. It's been told that, hey, we need to, that J.J. could possibly come to Dallas. Let me give you a little information about J.J. Watt. So back in September of 2014, Watt signed a 6-year extension worth up to $100 million with the Texans. Okay. Watt will be entering the last year of his contract in 2021 and is set to make $17 million and $500. I'm sorry, $500,000 in base salary. So, two questions. Number one, bing, can we afford J.J. Watts? Do we want to put up that much money for a 31-year-old defensive end? Y'all tell me. Personally, I wouldn't. Not 17 million. I'm sorry, or more. He's gonna want a better contract. He gonna want probably about 2 or 3 year contract. So we don't even know what that's worth. So that's taking more salary cap money. Or do we bring him in to try to fit him in a 4-3 defense? Basically, he already made a statement of some of the things that he wants. He wants to go to a contending team or a team that's working in the process of becoming a contender, and basically someone that runs a 3-4 defense. We're going to be running a 4-3 to defense this year. So y'all take it how you want it. I'm just giving you the information. I'm just before they people come to y'all saying, "Oh, we're gonna get JJ Watts." Well, JJ already made a few statements on what he's looking for, what he wants to be a part of. Now, not necessarily saying we're not going to be a contender, but um, will he fit in the 4-3 when he's more of a 3-4? Which Tennessee Titans is probably a good team for him to be a part of. Or he can go over there with the Watts brothers, over there with Pittsburgh. And that's what, it can be a Watts reality show, because that's basically what it's going to be, as me. I want to play with my brothers. Okay, that's fine, bro. You go ahead and play with your brothers and watch the reality show. But I just don't know if we'll spend that kind of money on J.J. Watts, and would he actually fit in the 4-3 defense? So you weigh it, take it how you want to, but I don't see it happening. But number 3, Jerry would do that just to get people in the seat. Jerry Jones will do something like that to bring him over here, try to fit him in. Oh man, we got to bring J.J. Watts in here. He's gonna really help us out, and all we know it's all about is to fill the seats. And not necessarily saying that J.J. Watt's not a bad player. He's not a bad player. He's a darn good player. But do we want to go that route? That's a lot of money for a 31-year-old defensive end that plays 3-4, not 4-3. But we'll see. So basically, the real reason I came on here today, I was going across the internet and I ran across this one site. This source was talking about 5 Dallas Cowboys who deserve a contract extension. Well, I went through the names, and that deserve kind of threw me, because I'm going to go over these 5 individuals, and we're going to maybe call it more 5 Dallas Cowboy players that are straddling the fence, or 5 Dallas Cowboy players who could be on their way out. Whoo, that's a good one. Five Dallas Cowboy players that could be on their way out. And I say that just to say, because let's go back to this thing. And basically, our first guy is let's see, where is he at? And it's the truth. And I hate to say it, y'all know how I feel about Michael Gallup. Okay? It's the truth. So he's playing his last year. It shows that he's playing on a 3rd-round rookie deal. Gallup has a $2.3 million base salary and a $2,000 prorated bonus, making his cap hit this year around $2.6 million. That's a bargain, if you ask me. So, also, it was also reported that, who is this guy? Sterling Shepard. He's making like $41 million. He signed a 4-year deal for $41 million with the Giants. Which he's a starter with in the same division. So, can we get Michael Gallup to agree to a contract of something to this nature, and maybe we can keep him? But you already know there's going to be other teams that's going to probably offer him more. So, what does that say about Michael Gallup? We don't know. We really don't know. So we got to be ready, and because it's a potential that we might lose Michael Gallup, which I hope he stays here, but it's not guaranteed. The next individual that could be on his way out, Leighton Vander Esch. Okay. Woo! I like the Wolf Hunter. I love him to death. I mean, great character, good kid, and everything. So, basically, what it looks like, Vander Esch has a cap number of $3.7 million. Okay, which makes his case of extending for cap relief a dead end. Ooh, but check this out. So, if we were to pick up his 5th-year option. If we pick up Leighton Vander Esch's 5th-year option, he would be worth $13 million. Now, if you ask me, personally, it depends on how he plays this year. We know that Van Der Esch has been injured, and injured again rather. So, um, you got to make up your mind this year what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do? Do you pick up that fifth year option? We hadn't really got a chance to get a lot out of Van Der Esch because of his injuries. So this is something that's going to have to be weighed. If they're going to try to, sign Van Der Esch or release him. Personally, on my end, I don't see myself paying 13 million dollars for Van Der Esch. I'm sorry. The next guy, some of my subscribers' favorite player, Antoine Woods. Woo wee, Antoine Woods. Y'all already know how I feel about Antoine Woods. I just really didn't really see much out of Antoine Woods, but basically, man, the way he's set up, man. It said that Dallas might slow play Antoine Woods because he came in as an undrafted free agent, and by him being an undrafted free agent, he basically he belongs to the Dallas Cowboys, which could put him he could end up being a restricted agent. And they were saying, like, some say it's dirty negotiation tactic, but you have teams that do it all the time. So basically, they can slow play his deal, to where they can hold on to him until the end, where all the teams pass him. I mean, everybody's out scrambling looking for DT, and then he won't have nothing but he won't have the choices to make with other teams because Cowboys kind of keep him out there on the limb, or just holding them out there for a while until the end. They say, okay, we're going to sign you this contract, which he would have to probably sign because there's not going to be another offers from anybody else. But I still say at that point, personally, I already told you guys once before, we need to go into the draft either with our second pick or a third pick and pick up Chris Barmore from out of Alabama. The kid's a beast. So I think that's what you can do. If we can get him, then we can probably release Antoine Woods, or we can keep him. I don't know what we're gonna do, but let's see. So yeah, we don't know what's going to happen with Antoine Woods, but it's possible, that they might slow play his contract or his signing. They might sign him to a 1 year deal, because he's restricted. He could be a restricted agent. This next guy we have I'm sorry, Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz, man. Now this is kind of really, really interesting, man, because this guy comes in and he does a darn good job once Blake Jarwin went down. This guy came in and he probably could be a starter somewhere else. I saw this kid when he was with Stanford, man. This kid reminds me a lot of Jason Witten. He runs good routes. He's a big kid, and he got hands like cotton, just like Jason Witten. But knowing that Blake Jarwin is coming back after his torn ACL, so what does that do for Dalton Schultz? So it comes to find out that he's set to be paid around about $2.6 million this season. Okay. But at the same time, Dallas still is presuming that Blake Jarwin will be back. So what do? Do you keep do you keep Dalton Schultz around, or do you, move on from Dalton? Because I'm sure he could go somewhere else and start. I really think he could. So, it's something to think about. And our next guy, oh man, Randy Gregory. Do we keep Randy Gregory, or do we send him on about his business and try to keep Alden Smith? But Randy Gregory is also basically he's only going to make $2 million this season for obvious reason, because basically all the trouble he got into. So basically, Cowboys is winning. Even though he came in and probably was one of the most improved players outside of Alden Smith, but this guy here, because of the choices he made in the past, basically he's playing for cheap. So it just depends on what Dallas plans on doing with him, even though he had the breakout season. But it just depends on what Dallas want to do. If they plan on upgrading, getting a better defensive end, they probably can do that. But Again, they got Randy Gregory for a cheap price, which, hopefully if he plays well this year with the Cowboys, he'll probably get a better, he'll get paid what he's due. So, we'll see, man. So this is the question. So there are 5 Dallas Cowboy players that could be on their way out. So out of the 5, who do you think we should sign and who should we release? Something to think about. Well, anyway, that's all I wanted to do, guys. I want to just get on here and share some things with you, man. What's going on with, with our Cowboys. Come to find out also, before I get off here, I did want to share this with you guys. Come to find out, guys do know that, sources said, let me read this right here. Sources says Prescott underwent a second procedure on his ankle about 2 months later to strengthen his deltoid ligament, clean out the ankle, and make it more structurally sound. That procedure wasn't directly related to the October surgery. Rather, doctors then spotted issues related to past injuries to the same ankle. And so once the risk of infection was eliminated, they went back in to clean up the rest. So if you want to know, if people all, I've been hearing this about, I heard Dak went in for a second surgery. Well, now you know. And now you can tell the people why he went in for a second surgery. So it was to clean up once the infection and stuff of his old, from his compound fracture was healed and everything. They went in and cleaned up some other situations with what they say is the deltoid ligament. They strengthened it as well. So this man gonna be like the Bionic Man. If you ask me, he's gonna be like the Bionic Man. And I was gonna talk about this, but I'm not gonna leave that alone. We'll talk about it later about the signing of Dak, and which we already know that he hadn't been signed yet. So we ain't even get into that today. So anyway, guys, y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. And once again, you folk from up north, forgive us Texans, because we ain't used to all this Arctic air and this cold winter blast and stuff like that. So, but everybody else, let me tell you, if you're from around the DFW, guys, it's gonna be all right. Quit going and buying up all the darn bread and all the peanut butter and crackers and stuff, man. I mean, just gonna be a couple of days. It's okay. Listen, watch some Netflix, some Prime Video, or something like that, and just enjoy these days inside the house. It's okay. Don't panic. Chill out. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Deuces.